Mindfulness is a essential tool that we need to have in this world that we live in today. Not only will it enhance your relational dynamics, but it is also the substance of how you move through this earth, how you move in your daily demands. I like to call it a mastery mindset for uncommon moves. A mastery mindset for oncoming moves. And so, in our little time that we have together on today, let's hit on the daily agenda from this understanding. The daily agenda from the understanding of a mastery mindset for uncommon moves. I am Alexis Piper, and I firmly believe that how we are as a woman and who we think we are as a woman will be an indicator in how we navigate life and how we approach problems and in how we are in our roles and responsibilities. I come to be your womanhood mastery coach and your lifestyle strategist so that you navigate life from your most fulfilled state. Home girl, the facade is no longer necessary. So let's get into this daily agenda from a mastery mindset for uncommon moves. First, I'm going to need for us to get into this everyday rhythm that we are setting our intentions. We are not living haphazardly. We are not living on the cuff. We are setting our intentions every single day for the woman that we are going to be. For the woman that we are going to be. And I just want to pause right now to remind you that life doesn't have to push you around, that your circumstances don't have to keep you in a chokehold, that strongholds don't have to keep you on the struggle bus. So you are very much capable of setting your intentions for the woman that you will be. And in this daily agenda for mastery mindset for uncommon moves, when we are setting this intention for the woman that we are going to be throughout the whole day, not just part of the day, not just when the day is going the way we want it to go, but even when the winds blow, but even when the storms come, but even when the unexpected happens, but even when the traffic gets to trafficking, but even when things are rubbing up against you, you remember the intention that you set. And the mastery mindset is for, at the end of the day, to hear a well done. To hear a well done. See, we have to, the word, that's the phrase, remember your why. Okay, we want the why to be a well done at the end of every day. Yes, daily agenda, mastery mindset for some uncommon moves. When your why is to hear the Father say, well done, servant. I'm pleased with you today. I was pleased with how we communed today. I was pleased with how you led me into your frustrations today. I was pleased with how you allowed me to lead and guide you on today. Well done is the daily agenda when we set our intentions for the woman that we will be. Okay? And then number two, we're going to move with poise. We're going to move with poise. We're going to move with poise. See, sometimes you just have to tell yourself what you gonna do, okay? We are going to move with poise. We are not going to get pushed around. We are not going to slander. We're not going to be succumb to schemes that's plotted against us. We're not going to succumb to the weapons and partner with the weapons that's forming against us. Absolutely not. We are going to move with poise. Why? How? Because we've already accomplished agenda number one, to set our intention for the woman we will be. We've already discovered and come into agreement with the reality that we want to hear and that we shall hear a well done at the end of the day. And then we're moving with poise in this permission that we have from heaven, that we have this higher perspective. A higher perspective to realize that you are above only, that you are never beneath. This higher perspective to move with poise, to remember that you can tell the storm to cease, that you can have this authority to reclaim the power that has been bestowed unto you. You have the authority to remind yourself of who you really are, not your name being what your name is, but who you really are from the seat and the assignment that has been granted unto you. You are a daughter of the Most High God. You are a woman who carries the spirit of the Holy Spirit. You are a woman who can walk with her head held high. You are a woman who has wisdom because you can ask for God to give it to you, and he will give it to you without holding it back, okay? You can move with poise for the discernment for how to navigate how you gonna show up here and deal with that and respond to that and handle that, and how you're gonna lead here and how you need to be with this love relationship there, like how you're gonna mom and how you're gonna wife and how you're gonna be a single. You're gonna move with poise. The higher perspective will signal to you, it's time for highest living. It's time to be beautifully woven for the finer things to begin to flourish up out of you. What is the finer thing? It is to have this higher perspective. It is to tell yourself the woman that you are going to be. It is to have this daily agenda of mastery mindset for uncommon moves. See, the uncommon thing is that you're not going to be out here like everybody else. The uncommon thing is that you're not easily disrupted. The uncommon thing is that you are well distributed instead of overwhelmed. The uncommon thing is that, baby, what stress? You ain't stressed, okay? The uncommon thing is that you have stillness as the inner part of your being. The uncommon things are the finer things, okay? And sometimes life situations, past experiences, even beliefs that are limiting will cause us to believe that the uncommon things of being woven in the finer things is impossible. I'm just going to slide your way today to remind you that all things are possible for those who what? Believe. Do you believe that you can have womanhood woven in the finer things? Do you believe that you can have womanhood that has this higher perspective for highest living? Do you believe that you were created to function and flow as above only and never beneath? Do you believe? And if you say, I do, but all I know is, then it's also okay to say, God, help me with my unbelief. Right? And then number three is this daily agenda of mastery mindset for uncommon moves is your circle of control. If you've had any cognitive distortions, belief patterns that are anchored in traumatic experiences, if you have had any type of triggers that stimulate the wounds of your nervous system, and if you have been in any type of therapy or counseling, you may have heard that term, the circle of control. And the approach that I want to bring this circle of control is going to help you in navigating and remaining in the uncommon thing. It's going to support you with this mastery mindset. It's going to be your crutch for moving with poise and for setting the intention, but not just setting the intention for the woman you want to be, but actually implementing those intentions, those same intentions. Like, y'all are fully in agreement here, okay? There is no separation of the intention and your reality, okay? And so this circle of control, what I want to bring to you today from this perspective is to manage your middle. Manage your middle. What is the middle? What is the middle? You see, the middle is the experience of you. That's the middle. Okay? Because we have life navigation over here, and we have how you see yourself over here, and we got to manage the middle. Or you have the plans of God over here and your plans for yourself over here, and we have to manage the middle. Or you have the direction that you were walking in over here, and then you have disruption over here, and you have to manage your middle. You have, you were running full speed, and then you have, a time of waiting season, a slow season, a pause season, and you have to manage your middle. And so we have to listen to this managing of our middle and see it as the experience of yourself. Normally, the experience of self, when there is disruption, when there is waiting, when there is a pause, when there is uncertainty, when identity is misplaced and is put in status and roles and functions and all these things, or when life hits and your identity is in the things that you embedded your life in, and now you like, well, who am I and what am I to do and all the things, right? The middle will cause us to be weary, will cause us to question everything, will cause us to be discouraged, disappointed, will cause us to have mismanaged expectations, will cause us to question God, can cause us to abandon the faith. The middle, when it's wrapped up in the impact and in the pause and in the trauma and in the hurt and in the wounds, that middle can just cause us to function in a facade, can cause us to push through, put on the cape of being strong and act like ain't nothing wrong. It can cause us to go into isolation and depression. It can cause several things. So how are you in this daily agenda? Remember, from the mastery mindset and the uncommon moves, what is a woman to do? Because life is still calling her name. Her kids are still calling her name. Her responsibilities are still calling her name. What is she to do? And this is the circle of control. This is the managing of your middle, because the goal in the uncommon move is to come into an inwardly wealthy state. It's to go from being inwardly weary, worn out, overwhelmed, anxious, exhausted, disappointed, discouraged, pushing through in survival mode, to come into this exchange of managing the middle of flourishing, of restoration, of mending, of inwardly wealthy state of being. But baby, that's a process. That's not an instantaneous thing, but it can be. How committed are you to the management of your own middle? I like to say that you are your own chief operations officer. But if you are trying to be the CEO of the COO, then baby, you're going to be pushing through. You're going to be overwhelmed. The managing of your middle is going to be hard, and you're going to feel like it's impossible. The higher perspective in Poise, you just going to push that to the side, because your middle of your human nature is saying you just got to survive. And I'm sent to remind you that survival mode and managing your middle can be met in another way. And I'm going to invite you to Representing Excellence, the mentorship masterclass that, if you've been following along in our YouTube videos this month, that it's happening April 24th. But the registration ends on April 22nd. If you truly want the mastery mindset for some uncommon moves, if you truly want the maturity and mending that leads you to mastery, if you truly want to live distinguished deliberately, register for the masterclass. Register for the masterclass in the link in the description box below. And don't let life push you around. The middle and your circle of control and managing that can be the problematic environment. And you will discover how this higher perspective can be yours. how you and it can be one with each other. Step one in managing your middle is to become more involved in the operations of you. Come higher. Destiny is calling.